Greetings. June is upon us. And what is June? June is World Environmental Month. And in a few days, we'll be celebrating World Environment Day. In the environment space, there are a lot of people working in these projects, a lot of people making a difference and making an impact there. Among them, I have with us Kelvin, who's from Africraft. He will introduce himself and give him an opportunity to let us know who he is. Kevin, karibu.
Asante sana. Okay, my name is Kelvin Nicholaus. I am the Chief Executive Officer here at Africraft NGO. So basically, maybe a short brief about Africraft. We're working more on environmental conservation, more on recycling and upcycling production. Always we transform trash into craft. So it's more of designing thinking, more of product innovation, but all of the things that we are doing includes waste. Waste is our resource. 100%.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So a lot of innovation in what you do. What exactly does it mean to be an environmental activist? You guys are innovative, obviously, so innovation has to be one of that. But what more does it mean?
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I can talk it in a personal level. I think you say you want to be an environmental activism. It means you have to start from the root. You have to start from your home place before you want to start talking about environment in the world and everything. So we need to start from the root, where you are living, where you are working, and also you have to be concerned that this is not the matter of us. Like all of this project that we are doing right now, it's not for us, it's for the coming generations. And when we're talking about environmental activism, I think on my side, I can term it as a movement, which we have to sit together, people who are really concerned about environment, and have like, what can I say, have initiatives that helps in improving the environment, and main focus to be on these human activities, very small human activities, because everything that we see environment need to focus on the human activities which have been done to destroy our environment, and start working on them first, and starting other movement to see how we can manage it. But in my organization also, I also talk about I also talk a lot with people. We believe that we have to work in preservation, conservation, and improving of the natural environment, because if we don't care about our natural environment or natural resources, we will be in a really bad condition in the later generation, because we've seen this in so many countries. There's flood, there is climate change is real. So we need, as I said, personally or organize as an organization, the government and anyone to really take this matter seriously.
Okay, that is quite compelling. And so in your movement, in your activism, there are several projects, I'm sure, as your organization you have taken a part of. How many projects, and can you tell us about a few of those projects that you did within the environmental activism space?
Okay. In my own, mainly we work on 3 thematic areas, which the first one is environment, second one is so the last one is health, because you cannot, I know right now you are on your side, I'm on my office, but without a proper environment, we cannot do anything. So anything that we do in our organization, we have to put environment first. So by example, I think you've seen our Cocoa Beach project. That one was mainly in raising awareness, because we need the voice to be heard by the people, by the government, by the development partners, to see that we really care about as you know, in Cocoa Beach we call it a Cocoa Beach Waste Management Center, and it's a really big polluted site of waste around. So to make a really good project out of it, the people, because it's all about changing the mindset on how we can preserve, how we can conserve our environment. So we work more on plastic recycling, glass recycling, and also training on people how to transform trash into crafts. We had different training there at the Cocoa Beach, teaching beach boys and beach girls on how to transform trash into crafts. We also have so many sessions with school kids in the government schools, local schools, and also international schools on how they can transform trash into craft. And we really believe in working with these students, because we want to plant the seed in their mind that they have to grow with them later to start.
Okay.
So right now,
that's nice.
yeah, we've really put our effort mostly on students training, and also these vulnerable people. But yeah, I believe we'll go there. We'll be there.
That's very interesting. Again, yes, I do know the Cocoa Beach project. And if I'm just for anybody who does not know about the Cocoa Beach project, as Kelvin just said, they took trash plastics that were loitering around the beach and converted those into art pieces, into art projects that really look fantastic. And from what you were just telling me, from a project management perspective, it seems that you did a lot of stakeholder analysis. So you understood who your stakeholders were, and it seems you understand who your stakeholders are to go in the long run. You also did a lot of capacity building and training for the teams that are working. As you said, you talked to the beach boys and the beach girls in terms of how they can now upskill to be able to now produce those things as well. So they're very, it seems that a lot of your projects are human-centric. You focus on the people, and which is a very key part of project management. And it looks like you've really figured out who your stakeholders are in the long run, and who you want to engage in the further aspect. That is fantastic. Is there any other interesting project that you want to sort of highlight other than the Cocoa Beach one? It would be really nice to hear.
Yeah, we have also this very interesting project. We call it Plastic Banda House.
Okay.
Banda House, which this one is more on raising awareness on the plastic use, because we've seen the plastic all there, and right now people they have this tendency of they have the plastic, or they do beach cleaning, or they do this street cleaning, and then the trucks are coming, they take the trash, and then they go to Pugu and everything. But what are the results after 10 years at Pugu? It will be really, really horrible. So we decided in terms of plastic, we decided to build houses by using plastic bottles. So we came with a project which we build houses. We build also creative space for school kids. We've already done in 2 or 3 schools in Dar es Salaam, where we build a plastic bottle house as a corner for students to go there and have their environment debates, talking about environmental pollution, and talking about any topic that related to environment. So we created them a really good environmental space where they can sit there and talk about environment. So it's more on raising awareness, especially to these school kids. As I said, we are trying really, really hard to implant seed into their head. So yeah, with that, we've done here in Dar es Salaam. We've also done it in Pwani region in Bagamoyo. We've done it also in Zanzibar. We've already done it. We have one plastic bottle house in Zanzibar, where we are also trying to put some more projects in other regions. but we are growing slowly because some of these activities they need funds.
Yeah.
So when the fund is available, sometimes we decided to do in another region. But right now we have multiple ones in some regions.
Fantastic. Now that sounds very interesting. We'll definitely make it a point to come and visit and check out some of the areas that you've already done this. It will be great. With the projects that you have spanning over a wide area, like in Dar es Salaam, in Pwani, in Zanzibar, with so many complexities, so many people to manage, how do you attribute project management best practices to the success of your projects? How do you use project management principles to help you achieve these goals, like the houses you've already built, like the art structures that you've created?
Okay. I think on our side, it's very easy actually, because we normally work on with organizations and also with people who we see or we have the right mindset or we have the same vision. So it's very easy to work with someone who really knows the problem, like this is the problem. We need to do this in order to solve this problem, in order that not like someone is doing it for money, no. So we are doing it with the right people. And also sometimes, as you said, we need to use a very strong leadership skills and to manage this, because in Zanzibar there is a coordinator, in Pwani there is a coordinator, in Kigoma, even in Kigoma there is a coordinator. So it's very hard sometimes. You get this normal obstacle at the workplace, but when you just have the right people, you just make sure that you are all going together and you are not there as a leader. You're just going there as a follower. You also follow them. You respect their opinions. You respect what they say. You respect whatever thing that they want to input to the project. You respect their suggestions. It's all about not pushing them so hard, but you just need to make sure that you are all on the right table. You are eating the right food. As well, I always give example of the food, because I love eating. I just have to make sure that on the right table, you have the right food, so you eat together. You take kidogo and eat together. Yeah. So I think on our side, it's very easy because right now we are working with this organization called Kawa. It's in Zanzibar, which they are really doing good in environment. They are the one who is also in charge of our new plastic bottle banda in Zanzibar. In Dar es Salaam, we are working with Fagio. We are working with Tanzania Recyclers Association. So you can see we are with we're the right people, if I can say, who their main aim mostly is to highlight this environmental problem that we see every day, and really trying with their own initiative to try to see how we can do this together. And also partnership. We do a lot of partnership with a lot of environment organizations here in Dar es Salaam. So I can say most of the projects that we do it ourselves now. Most of them we do it with other organizations, which also helps in coordinating. It helps. It reduces the stress, because they have also their own management. But when we just sit and we see what we want to do, we do it together.
Okay, thank you. So if I'm understanding this correctly, just from the project management perspective, the first thing you guys do is you understand your stakeholders, so you partner with the right people. Your teams, in terms of building your teams, you also put the right people in your teams. Project management is about leadership, so you also apply the right kind of leadership in your organization. And as you said, everybody has to eat on the same table, so alignment and making sure communication is done adequately is done. All these are best practices of project management, and it explains why your projects are actually moving at a good pace, and you're getting more and more partners and more stakeholders involved in your projects. First, I would like to congratulate you on what you've done so far, and I think it's something that you definitely have a lot more to go. So as we conclude this quick interview, this year's theme is only one Earth. Yeah, dunia ni moja. We only have this one planet. Yeah? what are some of
Yes.
the ways that people can get involved in environmental projects? How can project managers who want to get involved in environmental issues or environmental projects, what are some of the ways that they can do that? And any hint, any tip is welcome.
I think first, people have to understand what it means when we say One Earth. People really need to understand this term because it's a really strong word, but we don't just have to say it, One Earth. We need to know the meaning of One Earth. In terms of the project managers, in terms of the stakeholders, in terms of the whole community at Wise, we need to understand that we only have one Earth, which we need to keep it very serious. And how are we going to keep it? We have to keep it with this initiative that we're coming to. Like we need them to understand and also support this initiative that we're having. Like Africraft, we have ours, CAR have ours, all these organizations, they have their own initiative, but they really need to be understood and also taken very seriously. And as a project manager, I was a project manager like a few months ago. I was a project manager, and what we really need regarding the theme of this year, we really need to raise to anyone can help, because some people just know what you're doing, but they are not they are not well, I don't know, the information maybe is not well transferred to them. I don't know, some of them they just ignore, but the only way is to raise our voice very hard for them to understand what we're talking about. And also the use of social media, because right now everyone is using social media. We need really to use this social media wisely, more than taking a pic in having a beer or anything. We should also take a pic, maybe as a tendency, maybe 3 days in a week, you're going to do any activity, environmental activity. So people should know that flexing is not only about going to places, traveling here and everywhere. Flexing is also if you have a clean and safe environment. Or we should also impact those right mindset to the people, especially young people, to see how we can make this a success. So my urge to project managers, to all this environment organization is let's not give up. Let's not keep raising our voice very hard. And I know we have one Earth, we still have to protect it with our initiatives. We don't have to wait for other people to come and force us. We just have to raise our voice, even if it's kidogo voice. We just have to keep on pushing and pushing.
Okay, there you go. I hope all project managers have heard that. Kelvin says you can start where you are, get involved, make noise, talk about it, use social media to find out about projects that are happening within the environment, and use social media to promote environmental projects. Yeah, so the good thing about project managers is we're self-starters and we're agents of change. That means we can definitely step in and do our part. Kelvin, thank you so much for your time. I know you're a busy man. Thank you for taking these few minutes to take us through what you guys are doing. We definitely want to know more. As I said, we will definitely make it a visit and possibly take a few shots of what's happening in your projects and share that. As you said, make noise, let people know, and take advantage of this time where everybody is paying attention to the environment. It is World Environment Month. So yes, thank you, Kelvin. Have a good day. This is the end of our interview. I wish you all the best.